Hey, and hello. I will go through the meaning of life philosophically. And as a disclaimer, surely this is each one of us has find their own meaning, so puts their own meaning, and therefore um, making it as a fact, saying this is the meaning of life, is more viewed as, let's say, scientifically, or like a physical, practical viewpoint. Okay, I've written down a very simple graph, meaning of life. And before I go through these words, okay, this simple graph, because to find inspiration, where are we coming from? And okay, we were inside some balls, and you go out through a hole, and coming into this world, and where there is a center, like there's an egg, that we can dig into, and we're inside the vagina now. That's the egg. And then if we do this and this, we become this, and we can enjoy this until unrest starts, and we can go through the hole, and we become this on the earth. There we are on the earth, and that's kind of like where we are now. So that's kind of a picture of myself. The funny thing when I draw this question mark, I've been reading about the North Pole hole lately, and it has the Aurora Borealis, and it clearly. So if like you are in the question mark, kind of like look, and you don't know what to look at, and if you don't, kind of like the next step where to go, because it seems like it seems like a game or whatever. If you don't know where to go, I draw this one. Because in this dimension, this world, obviously, but not in my word, but okay, what we call the world, Earth, all compasses, they lead one place. And that's a funny thing. Just, okay, keep in mind, like, what the fuck? All stars, and this is tripping, because this one is like you have to find a needle or metal and make it magnetic and put it on a leaf and in water and see, okay, follow the direction. The thing is, or you buy it in the shop. This one has always been there, but you still have to read the stars then, and you still have to see that, okay, in a night, we call it star trail, in a night, all the stars, they will be spinning. And taking pictures of this creates this illusion. And the funny thing is that every time Polaris is in the middle, and this is where we get the sign, the swastika sign from. But that's too complicated. Already reading the stars is complicated. But okay, if it's too complicated to make a compass or to, read the stars, if you should ever come north, there is this Aurora Borealis, and it's might be where there's gold on the other side of the rainbow, where dwarves are living. It's just old stories, but what I mean is Aurora Borealis shoots out from the North Pole, and if you Google it, you can see that it has an exit point. Like you can see it, like it's coming from a place. So yeah, it's scary. It's scary, very very scary. Cause if you don't do this, and I think when we talk about meaning of life, we should talk about what's the most important thing in life, and maybe that's death. You know. So the thing about dying, and the thing about North Pole hole, which should be the entrance to Garden of Eden, and where life, water life of water, water of life, which is drinkable to get everlasting life. And when I say these things, it sounds so out of this world. And again, we should remember where we're coming from. If we think something different than what we know or what we remember now as this being, we should think about where that dimensions can be different. So talking about everlasting life might come up on the table as an agenda. So what about it? What about it? Because meaning of life, if you don't do this shit, like check it out at least. And the thing is, to enter, we must have a pure heart or light as a feather. So yeah. And there's no fucking airplanes to North Pole. I checked it out. I'm joking. What I mean is I didn't even check it out. Like seriously, I was. It was the woman I was traveling with, and I was, because she's not here, and it comes and goes. Like I wanna let out my heart. Like today, she just It was like the sixth abortion, and it's on and off. I made sex with her. It was like to bring children forth, and it was my. The thing is, I kind of like, okay, I see the Almighty. I'm kind of like drop it as it is hot, because if that was the life mission to bring forth children, I would be sucking right now. Because the seeds I've been planting haven't been a fruitful. So, but the other thing I've been studying, like what I've seen and experienced with this woman traveling with her, is the dark side, and so it's funny. It's funny to laugh about it, and also her making abortion. It doesn't. It could mean that I will just be dissing her and like fuck you. I mean, and fuck myself, and go for her, from her, and don't care for needs which she might have. Um, so yeah, I did it, and I could continue like take up my house, whatever, where I planted it, and so she doesn't know where I'm at, and just run away from all that. And I think I'm not going to. So, but the thing is, there won't be sex anymore. I'm not. I'll just go all in for the North Pole hole, and about this blood over intent, because it's unspeakable. Like what I mean is like it's impossible to not speak about it. Blood over intent. We talk about North Pole, even reverse talking, like giant trees or whatever, ferries or whatever we can go into. Um, so blood over intent is surely also it has to be mentioned. And there's yeah, there's a journey to go, and it's inward. It's like it's not just to the North Pole as I'm talking about here. There's many factors which we meet in ourselves, like what do we know, and our aspect of reality. How do we view reality? How do I do it? And that's what is coming up. That's why I haven't left yet. Like I'm still here in front of the phone and communicating with other souls, living souls, which are on the same plane mentally, and they think they are on. I see it as I see it, like we are physically on a flat plane where everything spins around the North Pole hole, or what we call the North Pole hole. So it's Polaris star. Yeah. Okay. Hi.